Freedom Friday. So we got a good hot topic today. I sat in a hearing, per se, a slideshow, a presentation from the Boston Fed earlier today, and I'm just going to give you a recap of what I heard about Main Street Lending Program. But first, if you're here and you don't know who I am, my name is Erica Williams with the Smartphone Millionaire book, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. Also, creator of the Classy Climb Planner. You can grab both those on Amazon.com. Today, I just want you guys to really wrap your head around, stop focusing on the money. Now, what do I mean? Most people is like, Eric, I want to get the most highest paying job. I want to get the biggest bang for my buck. I don't want to start this business unless this business is going to make me millions of dollars. And that's the problem. They're focusing on the money. They're not focusing on what gets you the money, which is relationships and information. Many people rather cut those two parts out. Like, they don't want to know anything and just hop into it. Where's the money, right? JG Wentworth, give me my money now. And that's the problem. The reason you see me move the way I've moved over the years is because of relationships and information. Something I've been talking about for a while is about the trucking industry and parking. And many people have kind of, whatever, Erica, poo-poo you. I don't want to hear about it. And the reason I talked about it is because I read and analyze business information on what I'm in for hours, right? There's notes that come to my phone. There's things that ping to me. There's things that hit me, right? And I wanted to kind of go over it really quick because I posted it, and I don't know how many people saw it, but I posted it a couple places. And the first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to read it. Groundbreaking. After years of no real action at the federal level, the Truck Parking Safety Improvement Act could be the game changer for truck parking crisis. Now, I've been talking to you guys for a while about truck parking crisis, how you go up and down the roads, you see trucks parked everywhere. You don't understand, why are these trucks parked everywhere? What's happening? They're running out of places to park. Now, when you saw the federal bills come out, you said, why didn't they force something for trucks? Because this had already been passed. Okay? So now, for the fiscal year of 2021, the terrible bloodbath of 2021, it's going to be 125 million. Next year, after that, 140 million. The year after that, 150 million. Year after that, 165 million. Year after that, 175 million. Why is this important? Truck parking. Because as people are like, oh yeah, we're going AI, we're going automatic trucks, it's going to be a bloodbath. There's going to be nothing going on. There's going to be no trucks on the road. Everything's just going to come to a standstill. The government and planning and economic development have already determined we're going to need more trucks. We're going to need places to park these trucks. We're going to stop letting truckers just park all over the side of the road when they want to fall asleep. Why? Because even if crime's up, if you're parked in a safe area, one of these federally granted safe areas, you shouldn't have that problem, right? So again, what have you seen me been doing over this channel over the past year is trying to buying a truck repair shop plus 15 acres to do what? Truck parking. Texas Ground Zero. Because I read about something that was coming down the pipeline over a year and a half ago, kept my eye on it. Then an opportunity came to me from what? A relationship. Someone mentioned me to these people. I didn't just go knock on the door, hey, I want to buy your stuff. No, this is a diamond in the rough. They mentioned me to them. Now, why is this important? Again, let me see here. I'm going to leave some of that alone, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you why it's important. Today, another relationship messaged me about the Main Street Lending Program. And I'm like, what? Well, the government just slid it under the radar while everybody's been paying attention to Joe Biden, you ain't black, and paying attention to Minneapolis, as they should. They had passed that they were going to do Department of Treasury, a $75 billion equity investment in a special purpose vehicle in connection to the program. What does this come from? The funds invested by the Treasury Department were appropriated to Exchange Stabilization Fund, under Section 4027 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, the CARES Act. Are the loans originated or upside in connection to the program forgivable? No. Main Street program loans are full recourse loans and not forgivable under Section 4003 D and E of the CARES Act. The principal amount of the Main Street loan cannot be reduced through loan forgiveness. Now, why is this important? Many people are like, yeah, I'm gonna get that PPP, I'm gonna get that emergency loan. Yeah, it's forgivable, it's forgivable. That was for the little guy. There you go, little guy. Take that forgivable loan. Only your hiccup is you saw all these big name companies applying for the big loan, applying for this small guy loan, right? And they here gave it back. Oh, this steakhouse gave back 10 million. This place gave back 5 million. Why? Because this was coming down the pipeline. And it's not forgivable. But this is the importance of having relationships and information. What is the difference between the MSNLF? Get you guys pen and paper out, trust me. And the MSPLF and the MSELF. What's the difference? All right, those are pretty tough. Again, remember every time I'm saying these initials, Main Street lending. Okay, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. Hold on, but I want to go over this because this is important. The MSNLF. Again, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, N as in Nancy, L as in Linda, and F as in Frank. Eligible lenders extend new loans. This is the starting. It has to start. Loan has started at $500,000 to $25 million. You say that again. $500,000 to $25 million. Why is this important? It cannot exceed, let me make this very clear, 4 times the eligible borrower's adjusted 2019 earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And again, that's the EBITDA, which is again, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Yes, I'm saying these things very difficultly. Give me a break, speech impediment, okay? Now, why is this important? Let's go ahead and pull out our handy dandy notebook. And we have, let's say our company made, let's say we're a dentist office or something, and we made $250,000 last year. That's a very poor dentist office, but we're just doing this for the sake of argument. Times 4 would be $1 million. Let me say that again. Times 4 would be $1 million. Let's say your company made $500,000 last year. Times 4 is $2 million. Okay? Everybody getting what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now, that's one program. That's the first one. Make sure y'all make notes. That's the MSNLF. Okay? Now, pay attention. The MSPLF, all the same things I said applied, except this time it's times 6. So let's say your company did $250,000 again. Like, I want y'all to have your calculators out because I want you to understand what's about to happen for business owners who were putting money down on paper saying their business made money, because you can't qualify for this one if you're negative in 2019. So for those of you running around right now trying to mark off everything and take everything down depreciation, make sure you have a negative year. Don't stop. Don't do it. Okay? And this is part of why I'm talking about relationships and information. Many of y'all have friends telling you, girl, write everything off, girl, mark everything down. Yeah, if you get all those deductions, take 100% deduction, your business didn't make no money. And that is why you will not get funding. This is why you will not get loans. A lot of people are out here saying, well, you don't need debt. Everybody can't run a pre-sale business. Not everybody. Especially when this right here, this loan that they just slid in the door, Main Street lending, this money right here, y'all, these are going to be the big boys of the industries they're in. This coming up here, someone that gets $2 or $3 million and they're going to be able to hold over 2 years of terrible, man, they're going to be a freaking giant. Okay, now let me make sure I finish. The M as in Mary, S as in Sam, P as in fat booty, L as in Linda, and F as in Frank. Times 6, right? So let's say again, we're going back with the dentist. He made $250,000. This is what he's saying. Times 6, his loan could be $1.5 million. Can I say hello? Now, let's say someone business made $500,000. Times 6, that's a $3 million loan. Why am I talking about this today? I'm not trying to ride some algorithm and be famous off some algorithm numbers. That's by no means. What I'm telling you is this money will be gone in less than 2 weeks. They're like, no, man, Erica, it's $75 billion. This ain't good. It's going to be gone in probably 2 weeks. Why am I saying this? Because literally I'm on the call today and I'm realizing Fed knew this. Fed knows everybody's distracted. Dropped it today. Hey, we're gonna let you know. We can't tell you right now who the borrowers are, the lenders you can go to and get the money from, but it's coming real quick. So pay attention. As soon as we open the door, pay attention. Now, the next one, the MSELF. It's almost gonna be like Miss F, right? M as in Mary, Sam, S as in Sam, E as in Erica, L as in Linda, and F as in Frank. This is eligible lenders increase or upsize from an existing term loan or revolving credit facility. What does this mean? This means someone who has some big money. And this 4-year term can range from $10 million to $200 million. Cannot exceed 35% of the eligible borrowers' existing and undrawn available debt. Now let's just tighten that up. What does that mean? You already got $1 million loan for your company for whatever reason last year, but you've been paying on it. Don't worry, we're going to be able to let you get close to $10 million, right? Now, again, there's going to be a lot in here. Again, the MSELF, I want you guys to go look that up for yourselves because it's a longer paragraph. It's a little bit more colluded, and it talks about upsized tranches, okay? Now, this was effective May 27, 2020, just for the record. You guys can go look this up for yourself. You can actually download it from the bostonfed.org. How long will the program be in effect? Hear me out. This is why I told you I was going to be gone. The MSNLF loans, MSPLF loans, and the MSELF upside tranches until September 30th, 2020. The Main Street SPV will cease purchasing loan participations on September 30th, 2020, unless the program is extended by the board and Treasury Department. The FBR Boston will continue to operate SPV after such date until the Main Street SPV assets mature or are sold. I hope you understood what I just said there. Now, they saying it's going to be open until September 30th, but do you think when companies apply for this, $75 billion is going to be available all the way to September 30th? When this is the big boy loans, there's going to be a lot more people applying. When you just saw old boy get that $2 million and he bought a Phantom and some gold necklaces and some mess, no, you're not doing that with this one. You ain't doing that with this one, okay? Is there, now this is where you guys got to listen to part. Is there a limit to the size of the program? The Main Street SPV will purchase up to $600 billion of participation in eligible loans. The Federal Reserve and Treasury Department have assessed this amount to be appropriate in the light of current financial strains facing eligible borrowers. Now you say, Erica, $600 billion. That's just raining money out the side. Yes. If everybody got $1 million, $2 million loan, but we already know a lot of people are going to get that 25 mil lump sum. Okay. Now, these are frequently asked questions. What is the difference between the program and the Payroll Protection Program and the primary market corporate credit facility? It says, well, they're similar, but we created Main Street to assist companies that have been adversely affected by COVID-19. And they're going to break it down. How was it that one? PPP was established by the CARES Act and implemented by the Small Business Administration, SBA, to support the payroll operations of small business through the issuance of government guaranteed loans that include a forgiving feature of borrowers. Y'all, they're gonna make this phone ring all night, ain't they? Stop this phone. Okay, all right. Main Street. The Federal Reserve designed Main Street to support small to medium businesses that were unable to access the PPP that required additional support after receiving a PPP loan. So some of you got the PPP loan. You still need more help. We got you. Some of you didn't get the PPP loan, but you got records, you got financials. This is where this is important. Here's the kicker though. Main Street loans are not forgivable. You're going to run us your bread, Craig. You're going to give us the money back. Now, the PMCCF, the Federal Reserve established the PMCCF to support large companies. And when they talk about large companies, they talk about big money, okay? Through the purchase of eligible corporate bonds from and lending through syndicated loans to large companies. Honey, they've already, trust me, there are boards and people on staff already probably getting that ready to pull out on Monday. These loans are not forgivable. Now, there's also a thing called the Stabilization Act of 2020. Again, CARES Act, Corona Economic Stabilization Act of 2020. Again, it'll give you your eligible business definition. They have direct loans, okay? They have U.S. business requirement. This money better go to your U.S.-based business, and it better not hop overseas. Get my words? Okay, get my words. Loan forgiveness prohibited. Okay, there'll be no forgiveness in this one. Conflicts of interest. Anybody in the under Section 4019 of the CARES Act, eligible lenders and eligible borrowers will be required to certify that they have no covered individuals who own, control, or hold 20% or more by vote or value of any class of equity ownership interest in the business. Now, what are covered individuals? Let's just open that up. People include the president, Donald Trump. None of his 600 businesses can get any of this money. Includes the vice president. None of his businesses can get any of this money. The head of any executive department, any member of commerce, or immediate family. Now, I hate to tell you, I don't believe that. There will be many people related to some congressman that will get some money. That's just my thoughts on that. Okay. Let me go through. Now, why do I want you to focus on the MSNLF loans? This is still about 95% participation, right? This one is sales, true sales, right? You come in there, you show them your sales numbers. This is what they're basing it off of. Now, again, eligible borrower, this is the key part, must have been in sound financial condition prior to the onset of COVID-19 pandemic. In order for the eligible borrower to receive a MSNLF loan, any existing loan they had outstanding with eligible lender and December 31st, 2019, must have had internal risk rating equivalent to a pass by the FFIEC, which is the Federal Financial Institutions Examination Council system. I know that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So basically, wrap it up. You had to be in good standing. Your business had to make money last year, and it had to make money this year. Okay? And because of COVID, you stopped making money. So now they can go look back. This is what they made last year. This is what they made the year before. Boom. This is why they need to make money, right? This is why they would qualify for this. Again, it's a secure loan. The issuance of an unsecured loan. They got a couple different terms in here, a couple different things you can work with. I'm not going to wear y'all out with all these, but I just want you to understand. Again, in the MSPLF loans, you got to keep 15% of the loan until it matures. Long and the story short, you can't pay these off early. And you probably think that's crazy. Well, the MSNLF, you got to keep 5%. There's a reason they want you paying these off early. They're scheduling these as this long-term payback. Okay. Now, I'm not going to bore you all to death and read this whole thing, but I really want you to go look this up. This is public information. You can get it from the Fed. They are telling you what you got to do. There are people, it's 56 pages. That's why I'm not reading the whole thing. That'd be absolutely crazy. I just hit you with the best parts because someone woke me up quite early this morning. Erica, get up to your laptop, click this button right now, go watch this right now. And that's why I'm big on relationships. That's why I'm big on, I rather, people like, oh, friends and money don't mix. I rather be like, we're not friends enough to handle a $5,000 disagreement. That's crazy. To me, you can always make more money. You can't get more friends. It's one of those things where you can always make more friends. Now, don't get me twisted, but to lose people over little stuff is silly. But it's 56 pages. Read it at your own, discretion. But I want you to go to bostonfed.org, and I want you to understand you guys need to go look it up. It's got legal documents. It's got lender wire instructions, participation. Listen, that money gonna roll out this door, and y'all gonna be like, by the time you hit the news, between all this George stuff, you're gonna be like, what? We don't like that. So, that was a lot. That was a mouthful. So, I'm gonna go in here and see some of what y'all are saying. I know that was a lot. Read a lot of that off. It's rumored Kylie Jenner inflated the value of her business to make it more attractive. A lot of people do that. Lots of people. Are you saying 6? No, I'm saying times 6. I'm saying if your business made $250,000 times 6 is the amount of loan you can get. So hope I got that. Many truckers missed out on the SBA PPP because of credit. Yes, SBA denied people with 700 credit score. This is absolutely right, but this is also one of those things where if you don't run your business like a business, you will be denied a lot of things. And this is part of why I'm hiring people for the other office. And I'm giving more structure to not just YouTube, because a lot of YouTubers have staff of 6, 7, 8 people, and y'all don't even know about that kind of thing, but it happens. And they help them get all these sponsorships. They help them get all these ads. Now sponsors are going to be tight with their money. What do you need to be doing as a YouTuber if you already know your money's going to be tight? Or sponsorships are going to be tight. You need to be focused. You need to be very disciplined. You need to make sure your email lists are great. You need to make sure your staff understands that. What's up, Boston? Checking in late? That's right. The game is played at a high level, not an eye level. So this morning, literally another business owner who will remain nameless is up north, very up north, makes a ton of money. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're affected by this closing. This literally, if you go on your phone right now, because people say, well, I've never heard of this, Erica. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to hurt your feelings. What do you look at? What do you Google? What are you listening for? I told you as soon as I went in my phone this morning, I literally typed it right now. I said, Boston Fed. I'm doing it again just to make sure. Boston Fed Main Street Lending Program. Clicked it, slid up. One day ago, this is how they slid it under the door. One day ago, as the launch date nears, Boston Fed releases Main Street Program lending forms. One day ago. Fed takes big step towards launching program. One day ago. Fed releases loan participation forms. So let me be very clear. I have my staff working on this today. I can already tell you on the forms I saw on the website. The people who hit yesterday, they had friends in even higher places call them. My friend, thank you today, who called me, told me this morning. And I was like, oh, let me jump up. Let me watch this video. What are you talking about? This is important. Because a lot of you have really strong businesses and go, oh, well, SBA didn't really give me no money. And then you see people like Jeff Seckinger and a lot of these other people out here with $150,000, $200,000 getting approved for these high amounts. It's paperwork and it's participation and being first. You dig what I'm saying? I'm working 2 days in the office starting the 8th. The rest of the week I'll work from home and start going extra hard on my side hustle. Most businesses are undercapitalized. It's worth upfront investment structure business to make things. Yeah. And I can tell you right now, even the project with the trucking parking that I'm going to, as I'm sitting there telling them the things I want to do, they're like, oh yeah, we thought about doing that. But it costs money, didn't have the energy. And it's thinking like that. It's the small thinking. You have to think longer and farther and what you want it to look like and how you want it to grow. And even now around us are people preparing their places for truck parking. And I said, pay attention. People around us on this stretch of I-35 are preparing themselves. They're preparing themselves to be in position. And I said, listen, I'm going to bring food out here. Oh, why are you going to bring food out here? Listen, every trucker needs food and they need bathrooms and showers. And look up, boom, there it was, in handwriting, in writing. Better have food, better have bathrooms, better have good parking, better be in a business related to truck repair. Come on, man. Again, relationships and information is what carries you. Once you know better, you do better. You ever heard that saying? I was somewhere washing a blanket with my friend. We had this giant comforter. The only place we could take it to was a laundromat. So we're waiting on this big old thing to wash, and we're talking, and I'm hearing people in there having conversations that I literally was like gritting my teeth. This one was talking about beating the S out of her kids. Her and a Hispanic lady just laughing about it. And I'm like, man, when you know better, you do better. I have several friends who don't whoop their kids at all. I'm not judging them because whooping ain't never hurt nobody. But the mindset of what I was hearing while we were there, I was like, girl, can we sit in the car? I can't hear these women talk anymore. It's disrupting my mental. Ain't nobody gonna steal this giant blanket while we sitting in the car. And I want you to understand you need to be putting yourself in position because the next 24 months are super critical to you and your family's future. But the next 90 days to 6 months are going to be life-changing for people. I mean, I was talking with somebody the other day and they're like, man, Eric, I started spending $2-3 grand a month on advertising. Now I'm making 40 grand a month and I don't know what to do with the money. Y'all, this person literally sat there and said, I don't know where to save it, where to put it. I just knew I'm going to run ads. And this is where relationships and information come together. Because if you do half the steps, right? Now you got some money. What you going to do with it? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? For now, that's going to be a consultation. In the future, it may be a course. Very expensive course. But, if you're going to watch this channel, I want you to understand when I said I'm going to take 2 months off, September, October, I'm going to be traveling one, yes, but also Texas Ground Zero. I'm going to have AM1 flying in here and also a second camera guy flying in here showing you from the ground up changes, development, stuff going on. Okay. I think, the easy road would be, hey, just make more YouTube channels, do more creative stuff. I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I realize you get paid in relation to your service. And when opportunities come up for you to diversify your income, you should take them. Point blank period. You should take them because that's the door to freedom. You know what I'm saying? So Main Street Lending Program, please go to bostonfed.org and check it out. Put that in your schedule this weekend. Print out as many documents as you need because guess what happened last time? I filled out forms for the PPP and all those good things. And I put them in and they said, oh, these are the old forms. I said, okay, send me the new forms. They sent me the new form. It's exactly the same. Not a thing was different. It just had the bank's name on top. That's it. So relationships get you in the door, information and relationships. And if you want to come out here and play the build a brand game, there's plenty of room for that. If you want to come out here and build a service business, there's a lot of room for that. If you want to come out here and do the middleman to millions, listen, for those of you who are in the Rise of the 20% class and saw Jamar break it down 3 hours, which I'm going to upload the copy a little bit later. That right there, life-changing. Because what you realize, it becomes a habit. It just becomes habits. Just like if you're a business and you're struggling to get money and you're struggling to get ahead and you're getting these bad loans, you're not getting term monthly loan payment back. Now you're in a habit of struggle. Your company's in a habit of struggle. You never really get a chance to breathe and develop your company into a bigger business. Right? And so You get this lump sum of money because you have your paperwork right, you have yourself put together. Guess what's going to happen? Money, 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 money. Right? So a lot of people do it backwards. They're chasing money. They're chasing the highest paying job. Again, when I bring on tech people for Tech Week, I brought it on so you guys can understand. You don't have to sit here and struggle for $50K a year. There's a lot of jobs you're going to be in that are paying you $150,000 a year. All right? But you got to get into the relationship and the information part of that. You got to get inside that stream, as they call it, the jet stream, face steam. As they call it, the jet stream. You got to get into the jet stream. When people are flying this way, don't be a follower, but when people are flying this way and the door is open and it's easy to get into tech, you might want to go ahead and do it. You get in there, you don't like it in a couple years, you can bounce. Why? Because you made more money and now you have more information and more relationships. I know friends who started with one company, was like, "Ooh, I don't like that." Learned someone else's job, slid over and did something else. But yeah, he gave 3 hours of some hot air. But yeah, you guys will see it if you look at your phones. Let me see. Thanks for the free game any day. If you don't know what to do with excess money, buy income protection. It's not just that, it's also educating yourself. If you ever see somebody year 1 and year 3 and educating themselves, they look different, they act different, they think differently, right? My staff that's coming in, I'm going to actually buy all of them a copy of the book, Gary Vee's The One Thing, and like something like a marketing book. And I'm just going to give it to them as a present as they come into the company. Because when they come in, they're going to get to study Alex Becker. They're going to get to study some other people who are doing great things in the game. And the game of business is having systems and structure, right? And Gary Vee's The One Thing. Every one person you add who's on the same mission, it's going to kick butt, point blank period. So that's the big thing I have for y'all today. I just want to tell you the power of relationships, how my phone has rang off the hook with people either trying to help me get forward, me help them, me push them along. Because once you start realizing it's an asset game, the people who are going to get a lot of assets coming downhill, that's the winner chicken dinner. Do I have Cash App? I do have Cash App. Usually one of the moderators puts it in the Cash App. I think I put it in there. Let me see. I'll type it in. Yeah, here it is. I appreciate it. Every dollar you add to the channel makes the channel even better. There you go. But I hope you guys understand that what I was describing, and that some people are going to get paid off some big loans. You thought that $2 million loan that guy had that squandered was something? We about to see a bunch of people get $5 million, $6 million and act a monkey a fool. But for real. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. TV Lindsay, I just got approved after applying super late this week for PPP. It isn't much, but it's better than zero. Yes. And the reason I say that is, if you have your business, if your paperwork's together, where you're trying to take your businesses together, this is a good time. Now, I know some people are like, I will never take these government loans. I'll never do this or that. And that's okay. That's their right as an individual. But what you have is banks and credit unions. Some of them are going to be tightening up on their lending because they see the government lending. They're going to go, why did you get a government loan? What happened? You couldn't qualify? Were you not eligible? Watch. You're going to see this in a couple months when you start going and asking for these banks for loans. If you got the funding program, you know what I'm talking about, where we go through and we hand them the bank book. You're going to start hearing that. They're like, oh, you didn't apply? Trust and believe. So I didn't want to keep y'all too long, but this is a really important thing. I need y'all to go check it out, is the Main Street Lending Program. It's going to be gone before you know it. By the time you're going to turn on CNBC and MSNBC and Fox Business, and they'll be talking about it for sure. You will not see this on mainstream TV. Why? Because most people won't qualify. right? Most people they're talking to are business owners who are 11 to 20% of our society, who are approximately 24 million, right? Exactly. This is the best part. Navy Fed paused all business credit applications. And that's part of why I talked to somebody today and they were taking their money out. They were taking their money out of Navy Federal and moving it to a different bank. And I thought, no way. No way, Jose. But yeah, Navy Federal has paused all business credit applications. I was telling everyone about the PPP and EIDL, but kept procrastinating with PPP. I applied through Kabbage. Look, Kabbage, a lot of the fintech out of here is going to make crazy buku money. Fintech is going to make the money. But I want y'all to report. I want y'all sharing this in the Facebook group. I want you to talk to each other because there are Navy Federal support groups out there. Okay, they got whole Facebook groups helping each other know about information and keeping each other up to date. And if you guys don't have relationships where you can talk to people about this, I'm telling you, this is so important. Like what's happening in front of your eyes is really important. And girl, if I could tell y'all, like the businesses that stay healthy and show income this year, they're going to get all the loans. They're going to get all the loans. That's just what it is, period. They're going to get all the loans. And then private lending is going to be very big, but you got to understand, you got to have your paperwork tight. Put your paperwork together. And so I'm gonna go out and enjoy Friday. What's fintech and Kabbage? Is literally Kabbage with a K. Fintech is just websites who like nav.com, Kabbage, a lot of stuff. I've seen recent videos on Navy Federal Credit, winning, just join. Yeah, I mean, get you Navy, if you can get personal Navy Federal Credit Union cards, you're gonna win for sure. But when it comes to business, that was never their huge domain. Now they gave out 70K credit cards because I know that personally, but they're not going to be running too far with that in the future because they were built on helping the veteran and the small businessman. That's right. When your business has cash, the banks call you. Yeah. Yupper. So lady said they were overwhelmed with the amount of applications. Can't process them all. I'm sure they are. I'm sure. Square and PayPal have done PP loans. There you go. That's fintech. When I talk about fintech, Square, Stripe, PayPal, that's fintech. So look, you guys, I'm going to go enjoy my Friday. I just had to share this with you. Hopefully next week I'll show you some views from the new office. If you came to the boat party last year, I'm using some of those photos from last year to decorate the new office. You know, it's going to be very fun summer. I'm excited. We're like 60 some days down from the boat party. Liddy McLit, have a whole restaurant to ourselves and have a boat to ourselves, double-decker boat. And I'm just telling you, relationships and information. Gonna have a lot of heavy hitters from Houston up in here, some heavy hitters from other places. Trust. Anytime you want to get in the Facebook groups, you just buy the subscription to the Facebook group and you can get in the Facebook group. So you guys, this is your girl Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Later.